Hey, long time no see, YouTube. I've been super busy with personal life, so I've been neglecting this channel a little bit. But I'll be back very soon. In the meantime, I figure I should be doing my top 10 fragrances for fall of 2021. So, I have 3 bottles, 5 samples slash decants, and 2 I do not own. So, starting out number 10 is going to be Bibliotech by Byredo. This is a great leathery, semi-fruity, semi-smoky fragrance. It comes off almost in the same vein as Tuscan Leather off my skin. They're not super similar. Byredo actually has their own Tuscan Leather inspired by kind of a clone fragrance. I believe it's called Black Saffron. Sorry if I'm wrong there. That's good, but this is much better. It has almost a bit of a sour feel for me. And that's something I really like. It gives it a little bit of a pop. It makes it distinctive throughout other fragrances in that same sort of ilk or vein. It's really nice. It's something I wouldn't necessarily buy a bottle of myself right now, but it's something in the future, you know, I might be interested in it. So that's number 10, Byredo's Bibliotech. Number 9, I do have a sample of. This is gonna be New York Nights by Bond Number 9. This fragrance is wild. Off my skin, I mainly get florals and coffee. The weird thing about this fragrance is in the middle, I get this really, really strange C accord, and it comes off pretty strong. So I'm getting florals in the opening, little hint of that coffee that I get smacked with, you know, like a marine accord. Very strange. Definitely recommend you try it. Do much better explaining how it smells than I could ever do. It's pretty complex. It is the only Bond Number 9 that I would ever own, at least from what I've tried so far, which is quite a bit of their line. They're not the best house, but this fragrance is quite good. So that is number 9, which is Bond Number 9's New York Nights. Number 8. This is a house I've recently got really into. I actually bought a bottle of Blackbird recently. This is gonna be Woodcut by Olympic Orchids. So this fragrance is another weird one. If you've smelled Arso by Perfumery, you kind of get a vibe of what this is like. It's almost like a sawdusty sort of fragrance mixed with caramel. So you get this sweet, also oaky or woody, sawdust sort of scent. It's really strange. Olympic Orchids is really good at making strange fragrances that are great. Next spring, you'll hear me rave about Blackbird if I don't do a review of it sooner. I think that's an absolute masterpiece. This is really good though. The first, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes were a little challenging when I first tried the fragrance. Not that they came off bad, but it's a little BO-ish. Or at least I thought it was BO-ish at first. Now I've come to really appreciate and love the opening. But give it like 10 to 15 minutes to dry down, and it's just incredible. It's super sweet, but not overly cloying or youthful. It's really, really interesting. I think it's much better than Arso. Arso is great, but this just does what it goes for much better than Arso. So again, that is number 8, which is Woodcut by Olympic Orchids. Number 7 now. We're going to be going to the House of Fortin Manley, and this is Amber Absolutely. To me, let me preface this by saying, if you smelled any of the deeper, more resinous Fortin and Manley fragrances, more than a few, they sort of have this DNA. It's a little earthy, a little green, a little ambery. I've noticed that in like Fatih Sultan Mehmed, sorry if I butchered that name, which originally had the spot of this in this list. It's a great fragrance. Reformulation, not so great, but the original formulation is great. Enough rambling aside, Amber Absolutely, I believe there's plum in here. I didn't go over notes before this video, which is why I'm a little bit off. But as it says, it's Amber Absolutely. It's a little fruity. There might be some incense in here. If there's not, there's still smokiness. But what the name suggests, amber is what this fragrance is all about, and it does it extremely well. I love the amber here. Will I buy a bottle of this? Probably. I think it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite ambers on the niche side that I have smelled so far. Also, I didn't go over Woodcut. I will likely buy a bottle of this. If I finish this by the end of the year, this little sample, I'll probably pick up a bottle. They're only like 65 bucks. Shout out Tiger Lily. I've been buying my Olympic orchids from Tiger Lily. So number 6, I don't have anything on. I actually have it on right here though. It is Eau de Rhubarb Écarlate by Hermes. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. It is Rhubarb Musk done extremely well. It is my favorite rhubarb fragrance I've smelled, at least off the top of my head. A lot of people say this goes, you know, spring, summer. Here in Florida, it is fall to me. This is perfect for October. I recently got into this fragrance. If I would have known about it, you know, a month or 2 ago, on a more intimate level, I probably would have a bottle of it now. I'll be buying a bottle soon, likely by the end of the year. This is just incredible. Think of like a sundown. Think like you're on top of a hill, very grassy hill. You're looking out, the beautiful, beautiful sunfall. My mind's blanking me. Forests, there's trees in the far, far yonder. You're just watching this beautiful, beautiful sun. Beautiful, beautiful night sky. It's just, it's perfect. I don't know why I can't think of the right word right now, but from the transition from day to night, it's just incredible. And it's probably my favorite Hermes fragrance as of right now. So, that is Eau de Rhubarb Écarlate by Hermes. Number 5, this is a house I was recently introduced to. It's gonna be Rogue Perfumery's Tobacco Vert. Now, I just have a little roller ball of this, but let me tell you, Rogue is incredible. I absolutely love everything I've tried from them so far. Can't say everything, but I've loved a lot of what I've tried from them so far. They sort of redo vintage style fragrances with a little bit of a modern twist. So this sort of has a barbershop-y sort of feel with this nice brisk and almost bright tobacco note. I think it's incredible. It's just such a, I hate to use this word, but it's just such a vibe, man. It's so mature, but again, there's this youthful element that I think is just, it's fantastic. I don't want to use incredible 1,000 times in this video, but it's really nice. I'll probably end up buying the small bottle of this soon. It's just great. Really, really good. So at number 5, that's going to be Tobacco Vert by Rogue Perfumery. So 3 of the top 4 I have bottles of. Number 4 is something that I actually did feature in my summer list, but I've recently sort of reprogrammed it as an autumn fragrance. It's going to be Tuca Total by House of Matriarch. This right here is incredible. Anything I said in my summer top 10 list can be applied here. I just think it's a little dense for summer. You know, at least here in Florida, when I'm hitting, you know, 90, 95 with maximum humidity. I'm not trying to wear something that's super dense, but in the fall, it's fruity, and I guess you could say marine vibes. Really, really complement each other. There's some little bit of resin in there, which gives it a nice base. So all that mixing together just almost makes me yearn for the summer and fall, if that makes any sense. If you've smelled this fragrance, you might know what I'm talking about. It's hard to put into words. But when I smell this, it makes me wish for summer. But I would not wear this in summer. It's just really dense. It's complex, you know, complex fragrances can do one in the summer, but this is just, there's just too much going on for me to want to, at least want me to put this on in summer more than 10 other fragrances. A little bit rambly here. I haven't shot a video in about 2 months, so forgive me there. Number 3 is Kerosene's Unknown Pleasures. This is really, really good. The lemon in this fragrance, second to none. It's actually like, it's phenomenal. I don't know how to put it into words. It's almost like lemon candy with like vanilla ice cream. Almost like a lemon vanilla, custard sort of vibe. It's weird. My issues with this fragrance, what keeps it from being, you know, number 1 or number 2, it's a little cloying in the opening, but it's weird because I love the opening. I absolutely love the opening. And it's perfectly, you know, it perfectly encapsulates what fall is. But it gets a little boring in the mid. Off my skin, I just sort of get blase blah for a good 30 to 45 minutes after that initial blast, but in the dry down, it picks back up. Hopefully this changes. I didn't think this at first, but you know, recently it's been spraying in this, and that's sort of the conclusion I've come to at the moment. I do plan on buying a bottle of this, because again, you know, this fragrance lasts 12 hours. For 11 of it, it's incredible. Basically a perfect 10. But yeah, Kerosene's Unknown Pleasures, number 3. Very, very good. Top 2 I own bottles of both. Number 2 is going to be Dolce & Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum. This was my scent of the day today. This is one of the best designer fragrances on the market that's not a private blend or, you know, privé collection or whatever you want to say. It's for whatever you can pick this up for. It's otherworldly. You know, the longevity's not great. Projection's not great. I don't care about projection longevity. You know, if you've watched this channel enough, you know I'm not a stickler for that. I'm just here for a good scent. And by golly, does this give you a good scent. I got the big 5-ounce bottle. And I will be running through this, I'm sure, in the next few years, and I'll be repurchasing this for sure. I'd go into more detail, but you know, most of y'all know all what this is about. So, number 2, Dolce & Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum. Number 1, this is a fragrance that, it's a little divisive, it's very, very popular. I think that it is extremely, extremely intoxicating. At first people say it's Lanier off my skin. It is ever-changing. That's going to be Brockhart Rh540 by Mason Francis Kirkjohn. I have the small bottle here. I am a small bottle guy. I don't even have that many bottles, but as many bottles as I do have, many samples as I have, I'm usually have 300 to 400 of those. I don't get to wear my bottles too often, so I've had this since spring, and I've made very little dent in here, but you don't need much. This fragrance is phenomenal. Again, like the One Eau de Parfum, I can go on and on about it. Off my skin, I don't really get the super overly dental vibe that a lot of people get. I got that, you know, a few years ago when I first smelled this in like 2017, 2018 is when I smelled it. I did get that. Now I just get sort of a transparent, I don't know if it's ambergris in here, whatever they use, you know, replica ambergris, I get that. And then a nice coniferous vibe in the dry down. You know, there's many different changes throughout the fragrance. A little bit of sugar floss, but it's just incredible. Brockhart Rh540 is my number 1 fragrance for autumn 2021 this year. And to me, it can honestly be worn in any season. I think even in the high heat, there's this beautiful sort of, not icy, but effervescent vibe that it gives off. Effervescent, I know, is a word overused by many, many reviewers on here. But that's just what it is. It's incredible. Honorable mentions, I would say I have my list of decants over here. Oud Wood by Tom Ford. Enclave by Amouage. Let's see. I didn't know whether to put this in my spring or autumn list. To me, it's more of a spring vibe, but it's a Toy Boy by Moschino. Probably have a bottle of that soon. And I'd say, yeah, that's all of my picks for autumn this year. I'll be back sooner with a winter video. I'm not gonna post it, you know, mid-season again. Hopefully get that out around Thanksgiving. So be on the lookout for that. With that said, thank you all for watching. If you made it to this point, great job. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back soon, hopefully. I want to be posting more. I've just been incredibly busy with everything that's going on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.